how to select the right bullet for you, right now on Pirate Firearms and Reloading. So today I wanted to cover a simple topic, but it's potentially overlooked by a lot of people, and that's bullet selection. I'm going to give you a brief overview of how I do it. So I've got my trusty Hornady reloading manual here up on the screen. I'm going to use this today to follow along with the Hornady manual. I've already used it in previous videos, so we'll just carry on with the same information. So first of all, I need to select a bullet type that's going to suit me. So Hornady offer a lot of really high quality bullets at an affordable price. Certainly if I'm chasing really small groups, sometimes I look to burger bullets instead, but for most of the things I do actually use Hornady bullets. So one of my favorite is the ELDX over on the left here. So it's a match bullet that also expands, so it's the match accuracy in a hunting bullet, if you like. And as you can see here from their little image, at 2660 feet per second, it expands really nicely. Now that mightn't be the right bullet for you. If it's only a target rifle, I'd encourage you to look at something like the A-tips, or some of the other bullets here. GMX is another one of my favorites. I particularly use that in 300 Blackout for supersonic hunting loads. To explain GMX to people, it's a copper monolith, which means it's only copper and the plastic tip. There's actually no lead in there. Now, in certain regions around the world, you're not allowed to use lead bullets, even if they're inside the copper jacket. So that potentially is the bullet for you. It retains good weight, which is really important when you're shooting a lighter projectile like you'd find in 300 Blackout. Obviously, you've got SST. That's one of the classic hunting bullets from Hornady. You got the interbonds, the interlocks, and then you sort of move into handgun bullets, dangerous game slugs, things like that. So you really need to ask yourself what you're going to be doing with this firearm this round, and then select the appropriate bullet. So once you've determined the type of bullet you're interested in shooting, you're going to want to go down to the load manual. So just for consistency again, I'm going to find the 308 Winchester. Okay, so here's the 308 Winchester manual. So it gives me all the specifications. You've all seen this sort of stuff before. I'm going to go down to the 165 grain category. Now, if you recall my video on how I come up with an optimum barrel time load, I used that 165 grain SST. So that's this little guy here. And I can sort of see the velocities I'm going to be looking at pushing this bullet. Still haven't decided on what powder I'm using yet. So I know that generally speaking, with all the powders listed here in this category, I can get 2500 feet per second to 2700 feet per second. And that's the information I need to know. The other thing I'm going to need to know is the ballistic coefficient, and the fact that this is a G1 ballistic coefficient. So now that I've got all this information, I'm going to flick over to a neat tool that's on Berger's website, and it's a stability calculator based on twist rate. Okay, so we're now on the Berger website. I'll drop a link for this down in the description below. There is a little bit of information here. There's a whole how to use it. Now they've also got a flat base bullet twist calculator. This is mainly for boat tail bullets. But what we're going to do is we're going to drop down here. Now, if you happen to be shooting a Berger bullet, you're in luck, because you can actually just pick it straight here from the drop down menu. So I recently acquired some 140 VLD targets for my 6.5 Creedmoor. So I can just actually punch that in and it pre-populates all the data for me. Diameter, weight, length of bullet. Now, if you're confused about any of these little things, hover the mouse over. It explains the information here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over here. I know I've got a 1 1/8 twist barrel. The average temperature I'll be shooting is about 20 degrees Celsius. And my home range is pretty close to sea level, so I've just gone with 15 meters to start with. And 2650 is a little bit anemic for 6.5 Creedmoor, but we'll just leave it there for now. So all we do is we hit calculate stability and we scroll down here and it gives us the information we need to know. So what it's saying is this bullet is going to be nice and stable. We're up in this comfortable stability region. Now I've got great groups out of bullets that sit in the 1.4 and 1.5 areas as well, but the higher you come up on this table the better. Certainly if you're dropping down anything less than 1, you're wasting your time. The other thing is that you're also achieving the bullet's maximum BC. So you can actually degrade the BC of a bullet by shooting it too slow or putting it in the wrong twist rate. And I'll demonstrate that here. We're going to change the twist rate out to, let's just say a 112. We'll calculate it again. Now you saw the stability drop way down. So in this particular barrel, I wouldn't use it. Now it's also talking about how much your BC's compromised by. And that's 23, oops. That's 23%, okay? And then it's saying if you're going to shoot at that velocity, we recommend at least a 1 in 8.25. So we can change that around again. We can go 1 in 10 twist and recalculate. Now see, we're marginally stable here. I probably wouldn't look at this for a 1 in 10 twist. Go 1 in 9, it's another relatively common one. See, the stability's coming up. You're only losing 6% of your BC. And then it actually gives you an approximation of your adjusted BC as well. If you're heart set on shooting burger bullets, if you scroll down here, there's also something really neat. Alternative bullets, right? So you've entered all your information up top, and based on that, Burger's calculator has come back and recommended that you should try the 120 grain. That's quite clever. It's got a little bit of marketing from Burger, and I haven't actually seen a stability calculator out there that's done as well as Burger's one is, so that's really cool. So now we're going to go and just going to deselect a Burger bullet, and we're going to manually enter that 165 grain SST. Right, we're shooting a 308 diameter projectile. It is 165 grains. Now this might be the tricky part, the length of bullet. Now I happen to actually know what the length of this is, and this could be where a little bit of research on the internet is. If you've got a buddy who's got those particular projectiles, you could get him to measure it for you. So I know that this bullet's length is 1.274. Okay, now I'm going to actually just drop this velocity down a little bit. I'm going to go 2550, mainly because I have a short barrel on this particular rifle. It's a 110 twist, and we're just going to go with the same details for my home range. If we come back down here, it is an extremely stable bullet. Okay, so I know that picking that 165 grain SST is absolutely perfect for my rifle. Now let's just play with a few things. Say this was a Tikka and it had that 111 twist. Don't know why Tikka and Sako do a 111, but hey, still, bullet's really stable. So my home range might be 15 meters above sea level, but where I go hunting, yeah, it's a bit higher. So we're going to go to 1,000 meters above sea level. That's probably the highest elevation I tend to hunt at, and we'll do it again. What do you know? But the stability goes up. Now, say I'm hunting on a really cold day, and it's only 0 degrees. The stability drops down a little bit. But I can quite comfortably say this bullet is going to work for most things. Now, say I can't get 2550 feet per second. Let's go 2400 feet per second. Still an extremely stable bullet. That's really awesome to see. The whole time I've been playing with the gun and the environment details, it stayed well within that comfortable stability range. So I can without a doubt say that this bullet, with the right load, will work well in my rifle. So now I can go back to that reloading manual, go through, work out my charge rates, and start testing. So hopefully that's helped you. That's just my real quick way of selecting bullets. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I release new videos every Friday, so hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on anything. See you in the next one.